Even the best chess players break the rules, including Magnus Carlsen. Here are 5 illegal chess moves that actually happened in real tournaments. Stick around for number 1 because it's wild. Alright, number 5 is one of those mistakes that's super easy to miss, but still completely illegal. This happened back in 2002. Jennifer Shahad's playing in the US Amateur Team Championship. Her opponent promotes a pawn, but instead of going for a queen, they promote to a knight. No big deal, that part's totally legal. But then, next move, they use that knight like it's a queen. Just slides it diagonally across the board like nothing's wrong. And somehow, no one catches it. The game continues, nobody says anything, not even Jennifer. It only got noticed later when someone was going through the game. Just a clean, quiet rule break that flew under the radar. Not the flashiest illegal move, but definitely one of the sneakier ones. And a reminder to double check what piece your opponent actually promotes to. Number 4 isn't about a blunder or some weird piece movement. It's about Bobby Fischer, the GOAT, just deciding he didn't feel like following the rules. In 1972, during the World Championship against Spassky, Fischer refused to show up for Game 2. He didn't sit down, he didn't make a move, he just didn't even show up, he didn't come. Which by FIDE rules means you forfeit. Instant loss. Why? He didn't like the cameras. He said they were distracting and demanded they be removed or he'd quit the match entirely. And instead of telling him to take the L or go home, the organizers gave in. They moved the cameras, changed the room setup, limited the audience, all of it, just to keep Fischer from walking away. And somehow, after all of that, after breaking every rule in the book short of cheating, he comes back and wins the whole match. It's wild. Nobody else could have pulled that off, but this was Fischer. He basically forced the chess world to bend around him, and then proved he was still the best on the board. Alright, number 3 is a little bit crazy. So this happened at the 2017 Gibraltar Masters. Alexander Bilyevsky, who's a legit grandmaster, plays a move with his queen, and then immediately plays a pawn move, back to back. No clock presses in between. Just 2 moves, like it's bullet and he's speedrunning the endgame. And here's the crazy part. Nobody says anything. His opponent doesn't catch it, the arbiter doesn't stop the game, they just keep playing like normal. Eventually, someone realizes what happens and they reset the position. But still, it's one of those things that you never expect to see in a real tournament. No less from a GM. And it's not a sneaky illegal move, he just straight up forgot how turns work. It's kind of comforting, honestly. Number 2 proves that even the best players in the world forget the basics sometimes. This happened in 2019 at the Granca Chess Classic. Magnus Carlsen, the world champ, tries to castle. But the thing is, he had already moved his king earlier in the game. Which means castling is no longer legal. Once the king moves, that option is off the table. And yet he goes for it, just casually castling like everything's fine. The arbiter catches it right away and steps in, and Magnus kinda shrugs it off. They fix it and keep playing. But yeah, even Magnus isn't immune to the occasional brain glitch. If the world champ can forget the rules mid-game, you definitely don't have to feel bad about your own mistakes. Alright, number 1 is probably the most insane thing I've ever seen in a real tournament. This was back in 2011 at the FIDE World Cup. David Navarra is playing Levon Aronian, and in time trouble, Aronian leaves his king in check. Now normally, if your opponent makes an illegal move, like leaving their king in check, you're supposed to pause the clock and call the arbiter. But Navarra, he just captures the king. Like literally takes it off the board. And yeah, that's not legal either. In tournament chess, you never actually capture the king, you just claim the illegal move. So now both players have made illegal moves, and the arbiter has to step in and figure out how to fix the whole thing. It's one of the rarest things you'll ever see at top level chess, a king capture on the board. Absolute chaos. So yeah, turns out even at the highest level, players break the rules. Sometimes it's a slip, sometimes it's nerves, and sometimes it's just forgetting how chess works. We had illegal promotions, 2 move turns, even Magnus forgetting the castling rule, and of course that wild king capture at the end. Let me know in the comments which one surprised you the most, or if you've ever pulled off something similar in your own games. And hey, if you like this one, I've got more coming. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive, and thanks for watching.